So this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to try and get as many questions, answers to you guys, and try to just be as real as possible about this whole entire transition now that it's finished. First question, what was the biggest reasons I decided to leave Engel & Volkers and make the move to Christie's International Real Estate? I think there's a lot of reasons. I mean, obviously, I think when we looked at ourselves, where we were at, over the last 8 years, we accomplished so many great things, but where I wanted to get to over the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, I didn't really know if we could do that with Engel & Volkers. We obviously wanted more territory to grow into. Christie's accomplished that with our new markets of St. Simons and into St. Augustine. We wanted to align with what I believe is the global luxury leader in real estate, obviously with the Christie's auction house, #1 auction house in the world, 5 years in a row. And just more systems, more tools, more agent services. I really felt that it was imperative for us to offer that to our agents and so that we can continue to grow. Next question. How did your team react when you first announced the switch? This is great. We tried to get as many real expressions and real emotions on the behind the scenes journey. I think for the most part, everybody was super excited. I think they still are very excited when it comes to what's been happening over the last several weeks and what's to come in the next several weeks. But I think once we got over the initial, shock of wait, we're doing what? And Corey, you're not leaving, are you? I think once we got over those two things, I think everybody was thrilled with excitement, and obviously it's been great so far. Next question. What's been the biggest challenge behind the scenes during the transition? This is a great question. I think there's two parts to this, I think, for me. But I think personally it was very difficult for me not to have my dad there with me. Those of you guys, some of you guys know, some of you guys don't know, I actually lost my father June 1st of this year. So that was pretty difficult for me to navigate. He's been obviously a huge part of my life, and so just going through this transition without him, obviously, and not having the support from him was really difficult. Next question. Did anything surprise you about this process, good, bad, or that people wouldn't expect? Yeah, I mean, definitely think there was some things I didn't expect that definitely surprised me. I'll keep those internal because there's been some things that obviously I didn't like how perceived or different things that were said, we'll say. But at the end of the day, I think, we did this for a reason. We did this for a reason to grow, to offer the best support, the best agent systems and tools to our team, but also to grow our team. And I think, it's been a very short period since launch, and I think we've accomplished all those things. And I couldn't be more excited about the direction of our company that we're going to with growth in mind. Next question is a great one. How has aligning with Christie's changed your overall vision of the future of the brokerage? I mean, it has completely changed the direction. Because when we were with the previous company, there was no real room for us to grow. There was no new markets we could tap into. There was nowhere for us to take the next step to. Where with Christie's, now we have such a larger territory. We have at least 2, maybe 3 new markets we can grow into. So the direction of our company is now in growth mode. Next question. What's next? Where do you see Christie International Real Estate First Coast going from here? I think the biggest direction we want to have is we want to open in St. Augustine. We've talked about that for years underneath our brokerage, but it was never possible. Now it's possible. So our goal is to really target that market with recruiting, target that market with being able to have an actual physical office there within the next 4 to 6 months, while also launching all of our new systems, all of our new tools, and making sure that our advisors who we currently have those mastered. So this next question is a 2-part question, and I actually love it. Number 1, the first part is, how long were you thinking about switching before you actually made the move? And number 2 is, how did Christie's get on your radar? Number 1 is we were thinking this process really took about 18 months, to be honest with you, because we were starting to feel plateaued with who we were currently with. We were starting to feel that if they weren't letting us grow or evolve or giving us the systems and tools that I believed we needed, then what were we doing? Or let's go out and figure out who has the best of this or who has the best of that. Once we really established those lines of communication, and I went and sat down and met with them and find out, through their whole demo and through the whole process, that took a long time. So to give you an idea, just the Christie's part probably took at least 8 to 10 months for us really to finalize, yes, this is what I want to do. Yes, this is as good as we believe it is. So it was a really long process. So this was a really popular question. I think we had this 2 or 3 different times come in. What was the hardest part about rebranding the entire brokerage? All of it? No. It was very difficult. I mean, obviously we have a big organization, right? We have 140 plus agents, 14 full-time employees, 6 physical office locations. And you guys have seen a lot of our admins and our obviously other managing broker on the videos in the past. And I would not have been able to do this without them. So I would say the entire process was very difficult. And every day brought kind of a nuance that we never really expected, but we were elite problem solvers. Next question is a great one. How much planning and preparation went into this before the public announcement? Months and months and months, and so many man hours. I mean, our team was probably working 80 to 100-hour weeks, making sure that we had everything. And the hard thing about this too is we were working on this almost every single day for 4.5 months, but we really didn't start telling our agents until 30 days before the launch. So for over 3 months, all of us were working on it while still running and operating a business, running and operating a brokerage where we couldn't really tell the agents or the other office staff that we were doing this because we didn't want to delay them or we wanted to get word of it. So it was a lot of planning. The next question is one of my favorites. I think we've had it 2 or 3 different times on here. It says, were there any moments during the process that you thought, what did I get myself into? Absolutely. From the very beginning all the way to the very end. And, because obviously you go into this not really knowing what you don't know, right? You think, oh, this is going to go this way, and then it starts going awry. You start going, oh, there goes this way, you start going this way. This is a great question as well. What kind of marketing and technology upgrades came with the switch? Love that question, because marketing and technology is one of the biggest reasons why we did this. So we are now powered by luxury presence websites, which in my opinion is, and a lot of other people's opinion, is the best website money can buy in all of residential real estate. These next 2 questions are 2-part, and I've had it a lot, so I'm excited to give you guys the answer. Number 1 is, how did you keep your team motivated during such a big change? And also, what was the reaction from the top producers when they first heard the news? First thing is how we kept them motivated is, I think, by telling them the truth, right? Giving it all out there, saying, hey, here's the reasons why, being as transparent as possible. A lot of people don't know this, but we have about 141 agents, 14 full-time employees. I met with every single person, either in person, on the phone, small group, something prior to launch, which almost killed me, but it was much needed because I wanted them to know the value of reasons what we're doing it, what's in it for them, what's going to change if anything, and the direction of where we were going. To be involved and be connected and be kind of in the know, but also make them feel appreciated and also make them feel heard of, hey, why are we doing this? But having that one-on-one time with each person, I think taught me a whole different level of leadership, I think. This next question's fun. How did you and your team officially celebrate the launch? I think we all went to bed. No, I'm kidding. It was very exhausting. Obviously, I had my entire family, some of my really good friends, my girlfriend in town, obviously support staff from Christie International headquarters. But I think for us, it was just a combination of relaxation of like, oh my gosh, we were able to accomplish this, but also, oh my gosh, what's set to come, right? So we didn't really necessarily feel like any parties or anything, but I think there was just a breath of fresh air of like, okay, now we can go to the next step. And now we can really focus on what's coming in the future. So I wish there was a story about some crazy party we threw or whatever else, but in reality, I think most people who were involved with the switch probably went home, changed, and just laid on their couch because it was the first time that we actually had some free time.